Welcome to another episode. Let's go warm. Another episode, another day. Wednesday, October 30th. Today we're going to talk about the one big question that many of you have and have heard way too many times is, should you rebrand? Should you change the name? Should you change the logo? Should you evolve your brand? Let's get into it. Now, I don't know if you've been keeping up on Twitter. The drama that has been surrounding ConvertKit changing their name yet again. Before, if you don't know this, they were ConvertKit, and then they were some kind of Indian Sanskrit name, and they switched back to ConvertKit. Then they acquired Kit.co, and now that they're turning themselves into Kit.com, or they have turned themselves into Kit.com. There's been some pretty good bashing. There's been some well-deserved bashing on Twitter, I think, from the Beehive people, the Beehive newsletter. They've even invented the Convert to Beehive kit, which is just like the most perfect competitive marketing that you could ever craft. Definitely 2024 award goes to them. But all the while, and I could even rip from the Beehive messaging that's been going out, is they've changed the brand. They've spent all this time. ConvertKit has been, I don't know, over the last 6 months they've been, and I don't want to make this just a ConvertKit bashing question. This is about, should you rebrand? But their story might lend some answers to you in your story. They spent the last 6 months talking about rebranding, changing the brand, changing the logo, changing the name, changing the website, changing all the color palettes. And in that 6 months, they have not really come out with anything new, any new features, any new lifts, any new groundbreaking changes to their platform as a newsletter software, email marketing software. So they spend all that goodwill, they spend all that attention. They do what we talk about here all the time with launching a new feature, launching a new product, getting people hyped, getting your community involved, talking about the change that you've made, planting your flag in the ground, everything that we talk about here about how to launch. They've used all that firepower towards a brand evolution and not a new feature, not something that's going to actually convert viewers into customers. Should you rebrand? Should you get a new logo? Should you do a complete refresh of your UI dashboard, change the color palette, and then make a big, hoopla about it, a big launch, and talk about it in email and campaigns and videos and YouTube videos, and hey, here's what we've been up to, here's the new feature, new changes, the new brand, the new logo. Working with a graphic designer to get a new logo, go through the ideas, get it more perfected. Maybe you have your logo that you made in Canva. It's kind of scrappy looking. It sucks. Maybe your customers kind of know it sucks too. But do you go through all that process of changing and getting a new domain name, redesigning the website, reskinning everything, adding a new color palette, and all that time that you're spent doing that, all that time that you're spent talking to designers and consultants and brand strategists and searching on Upwork to find the cheapest yet most effective yet best graphic designer yet best coolest brand designer that's still within your budget, and still doing all that, and all that time dedicated towards that venture is not dedicated towards getting new customers and developing a better and better app. Is this just a me problem? Am I just uncomfortable because I have to log in every day and look at my own logo? I know I see the flaws of my logo. I see how bad it is. I see how scrappy it is. And I see how the website looks kind of shoddy too. And does that matter? And do your customers care about that? Your customers probably don't care. Your customers think about half a second about your logo. They think about half a second about your color palette and your UI dashboard. My opinion is I would not go down that route. If you are thinking about redesigning your logo, redoing everything, don't do it. Should you rebrand? Should you change the name? No. We talked about the Kit.com ConvertKit story. Who cares? That's what I wrote down. Oh yes, so my final thoughts. And those will be a quick video for you, but I think effective. If you have less than 100 customers for your startup, and your startup's name is hooblybloobly.ly, and you have a poop emoji as your logo, and you have less than 100 customers, I would not rebrand. I would not change the logo. I would not change the name. I would worry about getting those 100 customers. Now, if you have less than 100,000 customers, should you change your logo? Should you change your brand? Should you do a brand lift, brand upgrade? No, because I would worry about getting those 100,000 customers. And you can probably see where I'm going with this. Once you have 100,000 customers, at that point, the brand is so big, The brand has so much equity. The brand has built up so much goodwill and good faith with your customers that to change the name of your company, even if it's a bad company, people just know the name. They know, they can just remember it. They can even laugh too and like know how bad it is and know that they follow it and know that the logo looks like it was made in 2005. And they're okay with that. Do not waste your time. Do not go down this route. Do not rebrand. Do not upgrade. Do not waste hundreds of hours, thousands of dollars on something that is not going to bring in new customers. If you believe you can't bring in new customers and you're blaming your logo, you need to look at the problem that you're solving. You need to look at what messaging you're putting in front of your customers, and you need to look at what your product solves. What problem does your product solve? Is your product a good attempt at the problem, at solving that problem? If you think that you still need to rebrand, leave it in the comments. Let me know. I want to know your reasoning as to why you think you need to rebrand. I've got one more video about branding. I talk about the suave suits versus work boots. It's right here. You should watch it.